Good morning! Welcome to Chinta's RV Vegan Kitchen. This morning, it's nice and bright and early, and we're making a breakfast tofu scrambled, which is an alternative to scrambled eggs. I already have my burner here, already started, and I have about 2 tablespoons of water in here, maybe a little more. And in here we've already prepared, whoo, look at that's hot. We've already prepared the 1/2 cup of green onions or regular onions and 1/2 cup of diced celery. And in here, to let it saute, I went ahead and I put 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I put 1/4 cup of the red diced bell pepper and 2 cloves of diced garlic. And so we're going to go ahead and begin. Oh, there's also 1/4 cup of diced mushrooms in this beautiful mixture here. And it's just setting aside, waiting for its turn. Now, for our tofu, the brand that I use is called Omaya, and it's the firm tofu. And I went ahead and I took it out and poured off all of the water, and then I put it in a bowl of purified water just to sit for a few minutes to help remove some of that beany taste. Now we're going to take it out of this water and put it into the skillet. I'm doing that. And you usually don't need to add too much water or oil to this, simply because the block of tofu has enough oil of itself. But as you see, what we're going to do is we're just going to crumble this up in our fingers into the skillet. Just crumble it up. And this is a delicious breakfast. You can put it in a soft tortilla for a breakfast burrito, and pour on some of the nacho cheese sauce to go with it, and it makes for a beautiful breakfast burrito. Now I'm going to rinse off my fingers here, or at least wipe them off. I'm going to let this sit for just a little bit. This whole process takes about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how you like it. I'm going to turn the temperature up. I don't like soggy tofu scrambled. I like it more crunchy. So you can leave it in for just 5 minutes and have a real soft texture, or you can leave it in longer and have a little bit of a firm texture, which is what I like. And so once again, I'm going to go ahead and add some of the herbs as soon as I rinse my hands off. Just a second, I shouldn't have emptied all that water. Could have used it to rinse my hands off. Okay, so let's do that back here on the other side of our mini kitchen. And now we're going to add our herbs while this is sitting in here. I'm going to put in the 2 tablespoons of freshly diced parsley. And that's this. I hope I have enough. I don't really have 2 tablespoons, but we're going to use what's in here. Freshly diced parsley. I might have more in the refrigerator. I'll have to open the door and see. Oops, sorry everybody. And I have, you're supposed to put 1 tablespoon of diced basil. So we'll put 1 tablespoon of diced basil. Best we can. Once again, I'm spilling it, but that's no big deal. And then we'll be stirring this up. Just a second. Let me see if I can find that other parsley in here. I know I have it. There's basil and there's the parsley. Yay! It's all in about a 2-foot distance, this kitchen is. So, okay, that looks like it's starting to get warm enough. Open my parsley, and So we're supposed to put about 2 tablespoons of this, and I'm just going to put a nice healthy one since we already poured in that other. Okay, so we've got that one, and we will set this down here for now. I'm going to stir this in a little. Smells good. Let me take the lid off of here so you can at least see it. Alright. I'll turn that temperature back up. Stir that in. Okay, now we're going to be adding 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric. And this is your key to color. It's going to be 2 teaspoons. One. Well, that's a lot actually. I don't think I want to use that much, but that's all right. It will do fine. And then we're going to put, since the country style seasoning that you'll see below with the recipe already has salt in it, we're not going to be adding a whole lot of salt to this, just about 1/4. 1/4 of sea salt. Alright. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn this. Bring it a little closer. And as you turn it over and over, it'll start to change into a yellow color. And like I said, there's a lot of water in the tofu already, so you really shouldn't have to add some, but if you feel like it's starting to burn, then go ahead and add just a little bit. So I'm going to put that there like that. And I am going to add just a little bit more, just a little in the middle. It's probably 2 tablespoons. And I don't know if I'm talking too softly again. I have to remember to talk louder. Okay, what I have in here is, it's not just the nutritional yeast seasoning. What I did is I made the recipe that you can see below called country style seasoning, and it already has like 1.5 cups of nutritional yeast flakes. So we're going to just be adding enough of this to season it. And that's 4 teaspoons. Otherwise 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon. So I'm just going to use a tablespoon. Let's not mess around with that. And just shake that in. Shake it around. It smells good. I think I'll just leave that at that. That looks like plenty. Okay, I'm going to stir this in. Put this back in the refrigerator real quick, since it's right beside me. That smells good. It really smells good. I wish you could smell it. So this is going to sit here and simmer for only maybe 3 minutes. Let me get this a little hotter. If you have a lid, you can go ahead and put a lid on your skillet. I don't have a lid that's large enough to host this particular skillet, but it'll work. It'll do the job. Like I said, this is actually, I could add this over here and this would actually be ready to serve, but for my taste, it's still too soft. I don't like my scrambled tofu mushy. So what I would do if I was going to put a lot of time on this, I would probably let it sit here and turn it and let some of the corners brown a little bit, and then I would go ahead and add in our onions and celery and red pepper, mushrooms, and garlic mixture that's already sauteed right here, and then it'll be ready to eat, and it is going to be so delicious. You'll be so surprised. And you can omit the mushrooms if you don't like mushrooms, that's fine. However, I think it adds a delicious touch to it, and you will like it. Got a lot of steam coming off of there. Let's go ahead and try to turn it. I'm fighting with my mittens over here on the sides, so let me take those down. Oh yeah, it's trying to brown a little bit. Yay! I had to drag out my larger skillet today because there's no way I was going to be able to fit a whole block of tofu in my little saute pan, not to mention it was being used. So, okay. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and add the ingredients on over here. And put this delicious addition to it. And actually, if you had some of the vegan burgers that I made, and if you crumble them up, you could also add them as a last touch to your breakfast burrito and pour on whatever sauce that you like. Okay, so we're going to add these in. Oh, that smells so wonderful. Can't wait to fix. Or you can take a bun, like a hamburger bun, and put whatever sauce inside you like, or a vegan slice of cheese, because you can make the vegan cheese that's sliceable, and have a beautiful tofu breakfast. And I know a lot of you out there probably don't eat tofu, but I just wanted to cover this old-time recipe so that for those of you who do, you might enjoy it. Okay, that is how we make the tofu scrambled. And this is going to cook a little longer for me, but this is what it looks like. And it's a delicious meal for early in the morning. It feeds about 5 people, unless you like to eat a lot, and then it'll feed less. And so that's our beautiful dish for this morning. And I'm going to continue this and just let it brown a little more, the way I like it. And that is how we make that. And I keep kicking the legs on this camera. Alright, let me straighten you out so I can say goodbye. Let me take my gloves off first so I don't get it all over the camera. And see if I can do this. You know me. Okay, and there we go. Hi, good morning. Alright, so remember, therefore whether ye eat or drink, or whatsoever you do, do all to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. And if you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.